안녕하세요.
ChiChi! Hi! Oh, she's beautiful. Happy New Year, Pawdience! Welcome back to Season 2 of My Cat Calling, the podcast for cat people by cat people. I'm Krista Moy, and this is the Pumpkin King, Prince Gary. Say hello, Prince. Oh man, we are excited for this season. We're off to a great start already with an amazing episode. The founder of Cats for Zohran, a.k.a. Cats for NYC, Kristina Lopez, and her cat ChiChi are joining us today. If you haven't yet, join our Pawdience. Follow us everywhere on social at My Cat Calling and subscribe to our channel wherever you get your podcasts. We would very much appreciate your support to help grow this indie podcast to have an even better season 2. If you know a cat lover who might like what we're shedding out, share this episode with them. Spread the purd. Now it's time for our mood check. How's it going today, Prince Gary? He's very relaxed. We're just excited for this new year because 2025 was brutal. Anyone else feel that way? Prince Gary's hoping for a cone-free year, which brings us to our new cat tarot segment. I've got this cat tarot deck, and it has adorable illustrations on it. They are created by Megan Lynn Cott. This is not sponsored, though I wouldn't mind if it was. Wink, wink. If someone wants to throw us some money at any point, I'm not going to say no to that. Very fun deck. You can see, I think this is like the cups. We're going to do a little tarot. And if you want to know where to find this deck, I have it linked in the show notes. We've got 4 of goldfish in reverse. We've got the 4 of pentacles, which says, that which you seek is coming into your possession. Ooh, I like that. What do you think, Prince? Does that mean some more treats? The reversed 4 of pentacles asks you to kindly release your grip a tad. Not just on your insecurities, but also your possessions. It might be time for giving rather than receiving. Don't let your tendency toward control mean missed opportunities. I'm a Virgo, so I'm a little bit of a control freak. Maybe this is just for me, but if this resonates with you, this message is yours to claim. Now let's check in on our cat thread. Today's video was sent by Mona Lisa Draws, and it's now my favorite video of 2026. Take a look.
Uno, dos, tres,
I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you see me, then you mean it, then you know you have to go. Fast and furious. Fast and furious. I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you mean it, then you see me, then you know you have to go. Fast and furious. Fast and furious.
Oh man, I could watch that a million times a day. That just like completely spikes my dopamine. Now we've got another new segment called Purd of Advice. If you've got a cat related question you would like answered with a second opinion, not an expert, just literally a cat owner with a second opinion, send your question to mycatcalling@gmail.com. Your question may get our Purd of Advice. Our question this week comes from Crystal. She says, "Hi, Krista and Prince Gary. Recently, I've been seeing a family of feral kittens with their mom outside on my porch. I live in Michigan, so the winters are cold. They just stare into our sliding glass door while they hang out. And I'm not a cat person because I'm afraid they will bite me, but these kittens are so cute. 2 of them are Siamese. Part of me wants to adopt one because I want a Siamese cat, but when I try to go near them, they run away. How can I take care of them during the cold winter if they won't let me near them? Thanks so much. Love the show. I listen every week. So excited for season 2. Aw, thank you, Crystal. That's so sweet. First part of advice is to put out food and water at the same time every day. A lot of our guests on this podcast have recommended that with feral cats that they've been taking care of. And they say that consistency is key to build trust with a feral cat. So putting out food and water, that may attract some, other animals, but that's kind of the risk you got to take, and just hope that they start learning when to come at the same time every day, and just kind of like watch them and study their behavior. That's like my first part of advice. And then if you have the means to make an outdoor shelter, you can look at different videos on Instagram, TikTok. A lot of videos I share on my page are how to make like makeshift shelters out of coolers or straw materials like that you kind of like can get for free or are inexpensive to get. So that would be really great if you could make them a shelter, because it does get very cold in Michigan, as you said. And then if there's any TNR, trap, neuter, return organizations or services in your area, you could look into that. There's probably like a TNR website that you could find how to get somebody to maybe come and help you trap them, or give you tips on how to trap them yourself if that's something you're looking to do. I know you said you don't want to get bitten, so use your discretion on that. But if you do want to adopt them, if it were me, oh my God, if I were catless and didn't have an elderly cat that didn't want any other cats, I would absolutely be adopting those 2 Siamese kittens. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. So, yeah, if you want to adopt them, I would consider adopting too. Like, double the trouble, double the fun. That sounds like a dream, having 2 Siamese kittens. But, I can just say, like, a lot of people have stressed, like, gaining trust is a big thing to do, to let the cats kind of near you. And if they won't let you touch them, you got to gain their trust. Don't force any contact. Just kind of watch them, study them. And hopefully, once they know that you are a friend and that you're providing food and shelter and basic needs, and being just a gentle energy, which it sounds like you are, then they should be, it's only a matter of time for them to want to maybe let you come in, or whatever you want the situation to be. So thank you so much for your question. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back. Welcome back, Pawdience. We have a really amazing guest today. She is a creative strategist, mindfulness practitioner, and third-generation Caribbean American from Morningside Heights. She leads event marketing strategy at a running organization. She's a creative meditation teacher and end-of-life doula, a Harlem Run co-captain, and local community board member, and spent the last few months managing the popular Cats for Zohran Instagram page with her adopted cat, ChiChi. Please welcome to the podcast, Kristina Maria Lopez.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on the pod. This is very exciting. We love your Instagram account, and we would love to know, what's the inspiration behind starting this page?
Sure. So I had been following Zohran Mamdani for, I want to say, I don't know how many months. I first came across him in December of 2024 at a housing conference here in Manhattan. They had like a mayoral debate with many of the candidates, and his passion for affordable housing shined then. And I was like, okay, that's my candidate. And then
Yeah,
fast
love that. Love
forward.
affordable housing in New York.
Yes. So fast forward to around the primaries for the mayoral election. That's around June 2025. There was this other group canvassing called Hot Girls for Zoran, and I was like, I love what they're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen that page.
yeah, it was so fun, and in my head, I was like, obviously there needs to be a Cats for Zoran page.
Mhm.
And I told a friend, I'm like, someone needs to make this. And some time went by and there was still no Cats for Zoran. All these other affinity groups were popping up.
Yeah, I saw like bottoms for Zoran. There's a lot of a lot of spin-off.
Yes, there is a lot of fun spin-offs. I think some of my other favorite ones, there was like buses for Zoran.
Oh yeah.
There's perimenopausers for Zoran, which in my opinion, they had the best memes on that account.
Mm.
Um, but then yeah, I finally made cats for Zoran.
That's great because is it Sliwa? Is that how you say his name? I don't know. Sliwa.
Yes.
He's a big cat person. I didn't know that. I just learned this looking him up, and he's like a huge cat advocate. Zoran, does he have a cat?
I don't think
Do you
he
know that?
has a cat.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, he supported a different like cat rescue and adoption um organizations here in the city. Like one of the pictures that we shared of him holding a cat is from one of
Mm,
those events.
yeah.
And there's actually this other group called Vote for Animal Rights, which they sent out a questionnaire to mayoral candidates and I guess candidates for different positions. They have a questionnaire that's all about animal rights questions and candidates' positions on them. And so they ended up sending one to Zoran as well, and they liked his position, so they
Mm-hmm.
endorsed him too.
Yeah, and I also saw the Bodega Cats page. I don't know if you follow them. They also posted something with him as well, which I think he was like visiting a bodega and holding a cat. I think that's what I saw.
Yes.
I'm not
I
sure.
like to joke that it was like the last week of the election or leading up to the election, and his campaign put out 2 videos with cats. So I think we had an effect on the campaign.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, clearly the page took off and, over a couple of months, you gained so many followers and so many cats were involved. Like, just looking through all of the cats on the page, a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon.
Mm.
What is your favorite cat that you've met through the account?
There's a couple, and now I'm like, "Oh, what was all of their names?" One that's my total favorite is a cat named Rigby, which their photo was, like, Rigby in front of, like, a bunch of records, and they just had such a squishy little face that, like, to this day, I
Oh,
keep thinking
Rigby.
of Rigby's little face, and I'm like, "This is the
It's a great
cutest cat."
name too, Rigby.
Yeah. And
So
another one
cute.
of my favorite cats, I believe her name was, Lady Pearl, which you could tell from the name
Ooh,
alone.
yeah.
Very sophisticated cat.
Very sophisticated. Upper East Side cat. New York cats are really good. I'm from New York. My cat's a Brooklyn cat. Yeah, New York cats are the best. They have so much personality. Maybe all cats have personality, but I just feel like there's something special about New York cats.
It was definitely fun just going through all the submissions, and the way that, like, I worked through them was I asked people to submit the cat photo, cat name, neighborhood, and the reason why they were urging people to vote for Zoran,
Mm,
and it was just so fun, like, seeing the different neighborhoods, like, okay, we're getting a lot of submissions from, like, this one area or less from this other area. When we got one
mm-hmm.
from, like, Staten Island, I was so happy. I was like, "Okay, we have
Uh,
everywhere covered."
You reached you reached all the way to Staten Island. Did you find there were people submitting from places outside of New York?
Yeah, so we definitely would get submission requests from places outside of the city, which I would share as well, and use those as like opportunities to promote phone banking as well. So a large part of what I was doing on the page was encouraging people to canvas, and I guess that's what inspired me too. I went out to canvas for the first time ever in my life early on, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't so bad, like, let's encourage more people to do this," and that's really what helped the campaign immensely. Like, I believe Zoran broke the record twice. Like, he broke the record and then he broke his own record.
Yeah, there were a lot of people campaigning for him. What do you find was like the best part of incorporating cats into your community building endeavors?
What stood out to me as someone who's like perpetually, I don't normally say that I'm burnt out, but I'm just so busy that like it's hard for me to go to a lot of events, or like it would have been hard for me to go out and canvas more often. So being able to, what I call catvis online, I feel like
Yeah.
was reaching out to other people and encouraging a way to participate with volunteering and participate with the campaign in a way that may have been like more accessible to them.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to gain reach without having to like physically be somewhere. And cats have amazing reach. So it's a very niche market that you tapped into. It's very easy for cats to go viral just because they're so lovable. We love
Mm.
cats. What is your history with cats? Have you always been a cat person?
In a way, yes, but I feel like I don't always identify as a cat person because I've had dogs a lot of my life too.
Okay.
Growing up, my first pets were cats. And like I remember just the little cats in the closet and taking care of them.
Aw.
But ChiCi, my cat now, I got around the pandemic as well. And previously she had an older brother who now passed away.
Oh. Sorry to hear that. When did he pass away?
Right around 21, I want to say.
Were you doing your death doula work at that time? Were you able to be a doula for him?
That's a great question. I never thought about it in that way. Um, I want to say, in a way, yes, because, well, I live with my grandmother. She's passed away since too.
Mm, sorry to
But
hear that.
she was very uh, tied to both of our cats. And so when Sophio passed away,
Sophio,
it
that's
was,
his name.
yeah, yeah,
That's a great
Sophio.
name.
So it was very sudden, like he basically kind of had a heart attack in midair. And
Oh.
so I realized what was going on. And I'm like, okay, Grandma, I'm going to take him to the vet, but like, have your time with the cat and like keep in mind, like, he may not be coming back. Um,
Mm,
so yeah, that was a tough moment, but I feel like I was happy that she had her time with him still.
yeah. Yeah, that sounds like you instinctively knew that what was going on and you're able to help the situation. Oh, Sophio. So you mentioned you had a cat in the closet when you were, what was that cat's name?
We had like a little family of cats, and I don't remember all the names, but they were all named after like different candies. So the one that like I really loved was Skittles.
Skittles. Aw, what was your connection with Skittles? Did you feel like Skittles had something special that the other kittens, like why did you connect with Skittles the most?
No, probably the most cuddly.
Okay, yeah. We love a cuddly a cuddly cat. Yeah. My cat's definitely a very cuddly cat. Is Chi-Chi a cuddler too?
Chi-Chi's a phenomena because she is a cuddler, but I've always also said that she's a witch. So she's very
Ooh.
spicy, gets a little feisty, but at night we're cuddled.
We love a witch. Love a witch
Yes.
cat. So what is your meet cute story with Chi-Chi?
Well,
How-
Chi-Chi, like Sophia, was a rescue, and
Okay.
uh, it was situations where it was like my friends were basically like, "We have a cat that needs a home." I'm like, "All
Mhm.
right, we'll take it."
Yeah, and so you just like offered like, "Yes, I'll take it," without even did you meet her first? Meet both of them first?
They were both dropped off. Sophia was a little bit of a different situation. He was still a
Mhm.
rescue, but it was recently after my grandfather passed away. So
Oh,
I
okay.
guess we did that thing where it's like, okay, grandma, here's the cat
Yeah, here's a
now.
cat to fill that. That
Yeah,
definitely works. Cats are
yeah,
great healers. I'm sure you have experienced that. Like cats have a fantastic healing energy that like they're purring and just being around them, they intuitively sense like when something needs a little bit of extra love, and just being around cats can be extremely healing for emotional, physical things.
yeah. I definitely have learned that with ChiCi since my grandma's passing, like especially early on, soon after she passed away. And, I'm just sitting here alone and
Mhm.
sad and have things from like, I mean, this would have been a month after now, like things from the funeral set up, like her photos and urns. And then there was one day where Chi-Chi was just like sitting on the table with that stuff. And I'm like, "Aw, like,
Oh,
thank you, Chi-Chi." But
yeah.
I feel like we definitely have bonded in a different way now.
Yeah. I think most cats are good at energy healing, but there are certain cats that have a very good knack for being doulas, for being like
Mm,
death doulas or birth doulas. Like I had a home birth in January, and my cat was right there next to me the
mm,
whole time that I was going through this birthing process. So I think certain cats definitely have a special quality that gives them that doula healer role. And it sounds like
yeah,
Chi-Chi might be one of those cats. Do you think?
yeah, definitely like, I mean, connected to my grandmother's death, I've been dealing with a big housing issue. That's just like
Mm,
a tough fight. And for the most part, I stay strong, lift my head up. But then there's some times when I just come home and like I'm just upset or I'm crying. And like
mm.
when Chi Chi consoles me those times, feel very grateful for that.
Yeah, she definitely sounds like you guys have a special bond, and she's very in tuned
Yeah.
to what you need. Aw, love Chi. Is she there? Can we see her?
I was
Will
like,
she come on
she
camera?
always comes to the laptop when I'm working, and now I'm like, let me
Can you call her? Can
let's
you show
see.
us how you call her?
Chi-Chi.
There, is that her?
Oh wait, yeah, that's her over there. Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Gotta trick her with a little fake promise of food.
A fake promise.
See,
Ooh.
I think
She
she's in a witch
knows.
mode.
She's like, I know those tricks. The tricks with no treat.
You see her little beady eyes.
Yeah, I can see her eyes in the back. Chi-Chi, come over. The Pawdience wants to meet you.
Chi-Chi. It's funny because she usually always comes on my first call.
That's funny. She knows that we're too eager.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Oh wait, this might get her.
Will
I
it?
have some food. Gigi, you don't want this? Okay, here we go.
Here
Jump up.
she comes.
She's not gonna be happy. There we go.
Chi-Chi! Hi! Oh, she's beautiful. How old is she?
She is 5.
5. Oh, that's a good age. Because she's just getting into that, like, almost older cat, like, less
Mm,
kitten and, like, more just mellow, right?
yeah. While my grandma was alive, she was an overfeeder, overtreater.
No.
So Chi-Chi's been on a
Classic
strict
grandma.
regimen.
That's what grandmas love to do.
Yes.
Overfeed. Yep.
but
Well, she
every
looks
now and
great.
then, yeah, I feel like she's feeling some of the weight loss because now she jumps around a lot more, like leaping over things, and I'm like, "Oh."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that definitely when I rescued my cat, I was giving him just, like, all this dry food and, like, nonstop. I was like, "What however much you want." It was, like, kind of my first time having a cat in a long time. So I was like, "Yeah, just eat as much as you want," and he got so fat, just would not move. And then I took him to the vet, and they're like, "He's very overweight. He's 15 pounds." And I was like, "Oh, oops." So he went on a diet of, like, wet they said give him wet food too, and so I incorporated wet food, into his diet, and he lost so much weight. Well, so much for a cat is, like, 3 pounds. And then, like you said, like, started jumping. It was like a brand new cat. He's, like, on the table, on the counters, like, leaping across the room, and I'm just like, "What ha what happened to this, like, nice, like, lazy cat that would just lay there and do nothing?" And now all of a sudden, he's just a menace around the apartment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely has an effect, but it's healthier for them. It's better to have that energy.
Yeah. Although we tried to do the little cat wheel thing and Chi-Chi was not having it.
So it was just diet that you did to
Yeah.
do the weight loss? Okay, yeah. That pretty much did the trick for us too. Well, portion control. Just I
Mhm.
think eating the wet food and then he still gets dry food, but we have an automatic feeder. So it like
Mm.
dishes out a little bit at a time so it's not
Oh,
like gorging.
nice.
Yeah, so he can't like just sit there and gorge himself. So, it definitely helps, but he's always asking for food. Always,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
starving. Yeah, when we have
same.
people yeah, if we have people come over, they're like, "Prince was sitting by his feeder, and he's just asking he looks so hungry. Can I give him some food? It looks like he" and I'm like, "He gets 6 meals a day. Don't fall for it. It's a total scam that he runs."
That's funny.
Like, he's this Oliver Twist, has not eaten, but he's definitely well fed.
Yeah, with Chi-Chi, I'm just like, "You've been on this, like, food plan for so long, like, you're still not used to it. You're still, like,
Yeah.
always asking."
Mhm. Yeah, I know, they would gorge themselves if we let them. What is a funny story that you have from any of your Chi-Chi experiences, either with your grandma or you?
This is not a funny story, but poor Chi-Chi, recently I was just cleaning the apartment and I moved the sofa for a moment and then put it back, and the way my sofa is, it's, like, empty kind of on the inside,
Mhm.
and poor Chi-Chi was stuck on the between the sofa and the wall in that cavity.
Oh,
And I heard
no!
her little meows, and at first I thought she was just in her litter box,
Uh-huh.
but then it took me a second and I was like, "No, Chi-Chi."
Oh,
Oh,
no, she got
yeah.
stuck. So she, like,
Oh,
wedged herself in there?
yeah, but actually a funnier, story is, so my grandma taught Chi-Chi how to say mama, which
No
poor
way.
Chi-Chi, like, says it every now and then, so for me, I'm like, "Oh, she only says it when she's missing grandma."
Oh. Does she say it, like, near the al do you have an altar, did you say, for
I
her, or
I do have an altar, she'll say it, like, at random places, but yeah, maybe you are right, like, as you mentioned altar, I'm like, Chi-Chi loves to sit on my meditation cushion, which I'm
Oh.
like
Chi-Chi's a healer. You said she's a witch, so yeah, she's you know how they say there's, like, the different, like, kinds of witches? There's, like,
yes,
healer,
yes,
there's yeah,
uh
she's definitely a healer.
well, it's funny, like, in my traditions, I'm like, "Oh, like, witches are good," but I'd say the same thing
Mhm,
about my mom. I'm like, "Mom, you're a witch," because she's very, knowledgeable about, like, herbal remedies and that kind of stuff. But
mhm.
my mom also gets upset with me. She's like, "Don't call me a witch," but I'm like, "You are. It's
It's a
okay. It's a
good
good thing."
thing. It gets a stigma, like, people have given it a witch is a bad rap. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I call myself a witch, for sure.
Yeah, but for me, ChiChi just has that stare. It's like when she stares at you, you're like,
Mm,
what is going
yeah.
on?
What color are her eyes?
Green.
Green? Yeah, see. The green-eyed cats are the best. It's like there's like a whole universe in their eye.
Mm.
So magical. Well, this was such a great conversation. Is there anything that you would like to plug or promote for yourself or the page?
Sure. So, of course, we got Zohran elected. So I was like, what are we going to do with the page?
Yay! Yep.
I'm still gonna share some more cat stories, cats from NYC and beyond, and
Okay.
like their reasons why they were excited by Zoran. I
Mm-hmm.
always tell people like now that we got him elected, it's time to hold him accountable for the
Yeah.
promises. So it's gonna be a good project to like, and sorry for all my cat puns, but now we're like, okay, we're gonna Meowbilize people, in
Yes. We love a
NYC.
cat pun on my cat calling the
Yes,
podcast.
yes. So that will be the next steps for that. In terms of things to plug, another one of the affinity groups that I got to know through this campaigning process or canvassing process, I should say, were the service workers for Zoran. And a lot of them happen to be Starbucks workers, which I think either starting today or yesterday, they went on strike.
Okay.
So if you check their page, they're probably sharing some more information on how to support Starbucks workers that are striking.
Okay. That's great. And do you have a personal page or you just follow the Cats for Zoran page?
Yeah, so we have Cats for Zoran. My personal account is probably no surprise to this conversation, ritual work. So it's
Nice.
RITUALWERK. Um,
Okay.
and a large part of what I'm doing now is all related to housing and tenant rights. And I like to joke that doesn't seem like a likely pair with cats, but cats are often houseless heroes. So I'm excited to
Mm-hmm.
try to use the two topics together.
Yeah, definitely. I know, like here in Los Angeles, we dealt with fires in January, and a lot of cats are now homeless with the people that lost their houses in the fires and don't have anywhere to live. So there's like a big effort here to house these
Mm,
cats and to find them homes because there's a lot of them. So
yeah.
they're part of it too.
And since running the page, I've just been exposed to so many great groups in NYC that are supporting cats and different rescues. So I'm excited to like learn more about how I could support these organizations on the ground, like doing that real work too.
Mhm. Amazing. We love all the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for for sharing all of that with our audience and for all you're doing for the community. And yeah, go check out the Cats for Zoran page and all of the other amazing things that Christina is doing. Thank you so much. This was such a pleasure to have you.
Great. Thank you so much for the invite.
Well, that wraps up our first episode of the Mew Year. Thank you to our guest, Christina, and her cat, ChiChi. And you can find all of her info on how to connect on social media in our show notes. Congrats to the new mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani, on being sworn in last week. You can stalk us on all social media platforms at My Cat Calling and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. If you liked anything about this episode today, you can show your support for our indie podcast by subscribing to our channel or leaving a comment or sharing this episode with a cat lover in your life. Thanks for listening. We love you.